Hello everybody, Naughty Nana does. How's everybody doing today? It's Saturday. Saturday all day. Hope everybody's doing well. Keep a good thought out for everybody up north of Canada here with all them forest fires raging. Oh, breaks my heart. Really does. Redcross.ca is accepting donations if you're so inclined. But today I want to get into a story about a lady named Riley Gaines. I don't know if you know her or not, but she was a swimmer and she lost to a transgender woman in a swim meet in Georgia. And I'll get into the who's and what's it's and all the rest of the stuff in a minute. But what she really is she's just a really horrible person. She really is. She figures because she's white, blonde hair, blue-eyed, if they're all original, I don't know. But she thinks that she can go and put everybody else down without coming with solutions or something like that. She actually said on Friday, a Minnesota girls' high school baseball team, which supposedly had a transgender female playing. She appeared to taunt the player and referring to her as a boy, which appears to have elicited Simone Biles' response. And Riley didn't take to that very well. She said, "Oh, this is so disappointing. My take is the least controversial take on the planet," Gaines wrote. Simone Biles being a male apologist at the expense of young girls' dreams. Didn't have that on my bingo card. Well, didn't have you being a homophobic bitch on mine, so we got that straight, right? So all newcomers, welcome to my channel, because that's how it is around here. I love you. Like me, love me, share me, and please subscribe to my channel. It makes me happy. Ups the algorithm and does all the rest stuff, and my hangers on. You know what I'm like, and you still put up with me. I love it. All right, let's get into this, shall we? Now, Riley Gaines, in case you didn't know, she can swim, just not as fast as she thought she could. This thirsty maga person came to fame as the swimmer in the NCAA 2022 swimming championships, where she finished tied for 5th place. Now, she really is a bottom shelf type of person and only pushes culture wars, hot buttons. That's all she manages to do, because that's the only thing she's good at, apparently. She's 25 years old now, and so much for major achievements besides making it out of high school. Well, I shouldn't just say that, because she did graduate from the University of Kentucky. She was basically a middle-of-the-road swimmer for Kentucky University. She did win a few good races, got some gold medals, got some silver medals. She was on the traveling team. I bet she was. She did pretty good at U of K. When her team went to Atlanta, Georgia, she was tied for 5th place with Leah Thomas. But Leah beat her by like 1/1000th of a friggin' second or something faster, and Leah got the trophy for 5th place. Now, after the race, Riley Gaines spoke to the press, and she said she earned that. She worked just as hard as I did. Then she found out that Leah Thomas was a trans woman. Now, in most articles I've read about this, says Riley competed with a trans man. No, she didn't. She competed with a trans woman. Because if she competed with a trans man, that would be, in their narrow mind, she competed with a female. In order to participate in these elevated competitions, P-tests are required, and they're done for evidence of drugs, steroids, and things like testosterone. And Leah passed all those tests. Apparently, for entertainment purposes only, Riley Gaines probably tested higher for testosterone than Leah Thomas did. Because Leah Thomas, in order to do for her transition, would have had to include hormone therapy such as anti-androgen. These block the effects of testosterone, that reduces muscle mass, facial hair, and vocal range. They then include estrogen, which promotes the development of female characteristics like breasts and changes the body fat distribution. Not to mention the years of mental health therapy she had to go through, all the endocrinologists doing all these tests and whatnot for years. So in my opinion, Leah is just as much a female as Mr. Riley is. So after the Atlanta, Georgia NCAA swim competition, Riley was invited to try out for the Olympics, for the 2024 Olympic trials. But she couldn't come close and she didn't make the team. So she just took her little nose plugs and retired. Then she caught on to the issue of trans women in sports. She started going around to all the universities and colleges, but she wouldn't go by herself. She never went with anybody that could document this for real and truthfully. Oh no, Turning Point USA brought her to these campuses. And all the boo-hooing that came every time she showed up about, oh, the bad trans woman who beat her, or trans man like she used to say. But she has made a name for herself as a trans hater. And of course, Fox loves her, apparently in small doses, though, because she's very rarely on anymore. But she graduated with a degree, and get this, in health sciences. So if anybody knows anything about that, she has the wherewithal to go and find out that information instead of sit back and pointing fingers and calling people names. And by the way, apparently Trump and Christie, the goat and puppy killer assassin, are on the verge of deporting her husband because he didn't want to follow the rules. Guess it's not just for brown people. Eh, Riley? But because he was from Britain, he thought he would get in better. Well, no, you kicked the British out, remember? Canada. Canada would take him, though. So maybe RFK was her student advisor. He's all into all that crazy shit. So now she isn't happy with how little influence she actually has in this big old world and how bored people are with her whining about finishing 5th. Actually, technically, she came in 6th because Leah Thomas got the 5th place trophy, not her. So that bumped her down to 6th. So she isn't even a 5th. She popped up on Fox again, though, but she's ragging on who else? Kermit the Frog. Yeah, Kermit the Frog from Sesame Street. You know, that show that teaches kids values, morals, how to stand up to bullies, and to be kind to everyone, something she isn't, even though folks like Mr. Riley, KKK Kaboom, Caroline Kaboom, sorry about that, say they practice with their crosses around their necks, branding their chest as it sets on fire. You know, they hate, and the vitriol that they spew, all in the name of Republican Jesus. Yeah. To be fair, it is most Republicans on social media and normal TV. Mr. Riley just doesn't get it. She said that having Kermit the Frog address the graduating class of the University of Maryland was unserious, out of touch, and an insult. And she knows how to insult people. Imagine being a 22-year-old student that just graduated with your degree in aerospace engineer, and a frog from the Muppets is on stage telling you to stay connected with your people. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Instead of honoring entrepreneurs, veterans, or innovators, they picked Kermit the Frog. We have students drowning in debt. That's because Trump took away that thing that was debt forgiveness for students. Yeah, blame that on Trump. Because Trump called off Biden's student debt relief. And now they're struggling to find jobs because Republicans and Doge fired over 200,000 people, and their places of work are no longer available, and they're handing out a job to puppets. Okay, you fucking idiot. The reason why Kermit was part of the commencement ceremonies is because both Jim Henson and his wife were University of Maryland alums. Kermit was chosen because the Mango Moose Knuckles pressuring universities to reform to his will, cracking down on free speech, or risk losing hundreds of millions of dollars in federal money for research grants like looking after children's cancer and looking into things like that. Kidney cancer, different brain cancers, Alzheimer's, dementia. Yeah, that's what that federal money goes for, so better watch out when you get older there, lady. Kermit was, in my opinion, was selected for his wisdom and being a friend to all creatures. Jim Henson created the Emmy-winning Muppet, and came up with Kermit while he was still a student at Maryland. And unlike Republican Jesus Crowd, Kermit, who I believe is one for the ages, said, may success and a smile always be yours, even when you are knee-deep in the sticky muck of life. Kermit's speech was written by Matt Vogel, who performs as Kermit since 2017, and he paid tribute to Jim Henson, saying Jim believed that everyone had a place. Jim thought it, and he made us believe it. So my whole life, I tried to appreciate people exactly as they are. Life is not a solo act. No, it is not. So as you prepare to take this big leap into real life, here's a little advice, if you're willing to listen to a frog. Rather than jumping over someone else to get what you want, consider reaching out a hand and taking that leap side by side, because life is better when we leap together, which is far more inspirational than the embarrassing drunken uncle speech that the Mango Moose Knuckle gave at the West Point graduation, bragging about all his trophy wives. Or, in fact, Riley Gaines, feeling that she has to put other people down to make herself feel better. Sorry, hun, you are now and will forever in the history books be a 6th place finisher. Naughty Nana loves y'all. Be safe, be good. Take care of you first so you could take care of somebody else. And cheers, dear. It's a good day for a cup of tea, isn't it? Happy Pride to all those that are inclined. Got to have a happy Trans Day, too. All the best, Leah Thomas. All the best. Naughty Nana loves you. Don't forget to subscribe.